struggled throughout my childhood and young adulthood with headaches, knee pain, joint issues, fatigue. Doctors could never really figure out what's wrong. They diagnosed me with chronic fatigue. They diagnosed me with fibromyalgia. They diagnosed me with depression. Tested for everything under the sun. No one can figure out what's wrong. The hardest thing with Lyme too is you could go to the doctor one day because your knees are killing you, and then the next day, and 2 weeks later, you can go because you're having urinary tract issues, and then you can go a month later and you're having heart palpitations.
We dated my symptoms back to around 1998, which was a couple of years after I met Holly. And how I contracted it, not really sure, but there are studies out there that shows that it can be sexually transmitted. And is it a coincidence I got it a couple of years after meeting her? I don't know, but I really think that's how I contracted the disease myself.
But this summer, we were training for our 4th degree black belt, and so our training regimen got pretty intense. And I started having neurological symptoms at that point, which over a 2-month time span went from me climbing mountains at Acadia with the students that I work with to being bedridden and unable to walk.
Just kind of went through and just topping things out and figured, maybe I'm just getting a little bit older and, things are starting to hurt and whatever. And then after seeing her, and watching her symptoms and watching what's going on, I quickly realized I have a lot of the same things. It can present itself as MS, as lupus, as fibromyalgia. It can present
rheumatoid
arthritis, chronic fatigue syndrome. You name it.
ALS.
I just skipped over all the stuff that she went through, found a Lyme literate doctor, went and got the testing done, and sure enough I was positive. Boy, there's such a controversy in treating Lyme disease. So the government does not believe chronic Lyme disease exists. So they say if you're diagnosed with Lyme disease, you get 30 days of antibiotics and you're all clear. Well, she's living proof that is absolutely not true, because she's been on treatment for 3 or 4 months now, and she's getting better.
My daughter's soccer team raised money, and some people gave us donations that helped pay for my first appointment. And his sister helped pay for our trip to DC because that was expensive. We didn't have any food unless people brought us food. We had a lot of people bring us meals. 2 or 3 different people went grocery shopping for us and gave us a week's worth of groceries. We've been very lucky in that we don't have credit debt. We don't have car payments. Yeah. We've tried to in the past 10 years or so live debt free. So our only expense. So thank God for that. So our only expenses are our living expenses, and I have some student loans. But that's it.